Hi, I'm Sean Carruthers, and welcome to How Do I on Butterscotch.com. In this series, we're taking a look at the HTC HD7. In this episode, we're going to talk about what is the HD7 phone. Well, there's a lot of smartphones out there, including things like the iPhone and the Android. A lot of Android buzz these days, but there's a new kid on the block these days, and that's Windows Phone 7. HTC's HD7 is one of those Windows Phone 7 phones. We've got ours from Bell Canada, but it is available in the States and in other countries around the world as well. We're going to take a quick tour of the phone itself from a hardware perspective and see what's in there. In the later episodes, we're going to show you how to use it. Well, the HD7 does come with a touchscreen on it, of course. It is a 4.3-inch touchscreen, but it's only 480 by 800, so it's not high resolution like some of the other Android phones or the new iPhone 4. The other thing you'll notice about the HD7 is it doesn't actually have a physical keyboard. The only keyboard that it has is the on-screen keyboard that you tap at the screen on. So if you are a fan of the slider keyboards, this one may not be for you. On the top of the phone, you'll see a power switch. This will turn it on when it's completely off, and it'll also serve to wake up the phone if it's already on, but just in sleep mode. On the side of the phone, you'll see a volume rocker. It goes up and down, of course, and you also see a button dedicated to the camera. Pressing this button will fire up the camera app, and it will even turn the phone on if it's currently sitting here in sleep mode if you hold it long enough. Of course, when you're in camera mode, this button will also function as the shutter, so when you're pointing at something you want to take a picture of, just press that button again and the picture will be taken. On the bottom of the phone, you'll see a USB power connector. This is where you can actually connect it to your power adapter so you can charge up the phone. Of course, you can also use the USB connector here to connect it to your computer and transfer data back and forth. On the bottom of the phone, you'll also see a headphone jack. This is where you can connect to either a set of headphones or a headset that will allow microphone input as well. There's also a tiny little microphone input on the bottom. The left-hand side of the phone doesn't actually have anything on it, so we'll actually move to the front side of the screen. So we've already seen the screen, 4.3 inches, 480 by 800 resolution on here. It also has a couple of grills on the top and on the bottom. The one on the top actually functions as your earpiece when you're taking a call, but when you slide the whole phone sideways and you're looking at a video in that way, they'll actually function as stereo speakers. You also notice on the front of the phone, underneath the screen, you'll see 3 soft keys. The first of these is a back button. So it's an arrow pointing to the left, and when you press it, it'll take you up one menu system. The middle button is the Windows Start key, so pressing this will actually take you to the home screen on your Windows phone. And the one on the far right is the search button, so you press this and it'll actually open up Bing, the search engine that Microsoft uses. Now when you spin the phone around to the back, you'll notice that there's a 5-megapixel camera sitting on the other side of the phone. It also comes with an LED flash beside it, and over to the right it comes with a little microphone. You also notice a little silver guard around the camera components. That's not just a guard for the camera, it actually functions as well as a kickstand. So if you take your finger and pry it out from the phone body, you can actually set the phone down and rest it on a surface like a tabletop so you can watch a movie without having to hold the phone in your hands or use a special stand. It's built right in. On the back of the phone, you'll also find information about the phone, like the model number, the HTC branding, and of course Windows Phone 7 information. But you also see a backing plate on the top of the phone as well. You can actually pry that off. So at the very top of the backing plate, there's a little notch where you can insert your finger, and you just grab it and pull, and the backing plate will come right off. This will expose a few things inside the phone that you now have access to. First of these is the battery. So unlike other smartphones where the battery is built right in, like say the iPhone 4, you actually have the ability to get at the battery and replace it yourself. It's a fairly easy process. All you have to do is grab the little fabric tab and give it a pull, and the battery pops right out. Underneath the battery component, you also notice a little white tab. This is your SIM card, so you can actually pull this out with your finger and then insert another one. So if you have to change your SIM, it's very easy to do. Then you put the battery back in, and then you can put the backing plate right back onto the phone. Just line it up and then push it until you hear the little clicking sound that indicates that it's secure in place. Well, let's look at the HD7 from HTC. Don't forget to check out the other parts in the series. We'll actually show you how to use it in Windows Phone 7. You can see the show notes for this and the other parts in the series at butterscotch.com.